Hi, my name is Quanasia, and welcome to my book corner where I talk to you about books or series that I recently read. Today's series or book is on the screen. If you have read it before, continue on with this review. If you have not read it before, please go and read it, girl, and then come on back because I don't want to hear nothing about spoilers, okay? I don't want you to start wanting to tussle because I done said something you ain't read yet, okay? Okay. So now we are on to another book. It is The Domino Effect by Huffington. And I'm talking about Ledge, the first one. Now, I want to say this. Before you get into reading this book, if you have not read it, understand that Halo has been through some traumatizing events in her life that no child should ever go through, and her mama hope she in hell getting poked by demons over and over again in her pussy. Okay, I hope that happened to that heifer. All right, even though this is a book, but I feel strongly about children being abused. Okay, anyways, to see her somewhat come out of her shell in this relationship with Ledge, for her to be having a child, like to the point where she didn't even know she was pregnant until Kimber made her take a test and found out that she was 4 months along. Like, when you read this book, take care in reading it, especially when it comes to Halo, because like I said, she's been through some things and she may not be as she may not come across, what's my wording that I want to use, she may not be like the characters you're used to reading in these urban books. Okay, she is very innocent, okay, and I just want y'all to take care of her character when you are reading this book, because that is something that this character deserves, and women who are like this character deserves. She's been through a lot, and just reading her story, you should be careful in how you perceive her. Okay, give her grace and give her a little bit of love. Understand her a bit differently. It took her a lot to even come out the house and move with Ledge. It took her a lot to even be around his siblings. Okay, having a child and accepting help from a doctor, like that takes a lot out of a person who is like her. And she's such a beautiful person, and she wants so badly to be something different, but the trauma, her PTSD, everything is holding her back. And I just want y'all to understand that when you are reading her, take care in her character, please. If you ever meet a person like her, take care in that person. Okay, they're not weird, they just been through shit that they shouldn't have been through. Okay, also Lawe and Lake. Okay, I heard they was just alike. They are definitely just alike. Fools, straight up fools. Okay, sometimes I'll be reading and I just be like, Lake, please sit your ass down and shut the hell up, because you just be saying anything that comes to your mind. That's your problem. You say anything that comes to your mind. All right, I understand that you are hurt, but your mama is the one who didn't tell your daddy about you. You can't be mad at nobody but your mama. Okay, go to her gravesite and ask her why you left. Why'd you even make that decision? Well, she wrote it in a letter why she made the decision, but still. What else? I love that the family just took them in immediately. I mean, what else can you do? Those is your siblings. They've been here 35 years. What can you really do? Are they older than Lake? Because I know Lyric is the baby. So are they older than Lake? I don't remember how old Lake was. But either way, long fucking story short, I'm really enjoying this book. I have not finished it. I'm on 74% in Kindle Unlimited. But that's what I just wanted to say. I love the relationship Ledge and Halo have. I love how patient he is. I love how patient Kimber is, to be quite honest. Kimber is the ultimate friend. She's going to tell you when you're wrong, and she's going to be there for you regardless, no matter what. And I love that. I love their friendship. I think it's beautiful. Let me finish the book and then I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, so I finished book 1, Ledge of the Domino Effect. Okay, Baby girl obviously been through a lot, but I appreciate her friends not allowing her to get away with certain things. And those are true friends because, bro, no, her walking in on him and that bitch all over him. I'm not gonna hold you. I would have left too, but I'm knocking everything on the floor on my way out. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm gonna knock all them motherfucking bottles on the floor. You're not making any money tonight. Fuck you in that bitch. Like, that's the type of time I'm on. But because she's not there yet, she just walked out and she was mad and she like, I'm just happy she didn't stop him from seeing his child because that's crazy. But and then she ends up saying she's pregnant at the end and they get engaged, which I find to be super pretty, super cute. Love the ending. But once again, I would have knocked all that shit off the fucking shelves. Everything off the shelves. I would have went nuts in that bitch because, and then you saying, oh, it's not what it looked like. Why you took so long for you to take this, like, kick this bitch off your desk and stuff? Why you got lipstick all over you? Crazy work. Yeah. Again, liquor on the floor. Y'all ain't got no more. Play with me. Stomp it all on that shit. Party's over. Like, that's the type of time I would have been on. But anyways, I thought this was a beautiful love story, and it showcased trauma, and how to overcome it, and I love that. Now let me go over the book 2 now. Lawe and his crazy ass. See who he finna be with. I feel like him and Kimber might, do a little something. It would be cute though if they did end up dating, but that's neither here nor there. Let me get to book 2. Okay, bye. Okay, I finished Lawe, and him and Lake should be the twins because him and Ledge are so different, but him and Lake is like the same. They should have been twins for real. This is crazy that all of this is taking place before Malachi's wife ends up dying. Anna, his first wife, ends up dying. Like, this is crazy. It took place because for some reason when I first read Malachi and he said, no, when I was reading this book and it was like, oh, how's Anna, I still was thinking of Air, because in Malachi's book, Air is somewhat supposed to be reincarnation or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe she's a psychic or medium or something, and she was like, anyways, it doesn't even matter. Okay, long fucking story short, I didn't think Anna like the ex-wife, the dead wife. I was thinking like Air / Anna. You get what I'm saying? If you've read is it the Berkeley read with if you've read Malachi, when his wife dies and gets killed by one of his friends, it's a whole lot of but read Malachi to understand what I'm saying. Okay, now there was a part in this book where they was at the strip club and they wanted a section that was already reserved, and they told her, oh, like, I'll double it. Was that same section in Malachi's or Milo's? Which one in their books? I feel like it was in one of those 2 books, because I remember that same like paragraph or that same like situation in one of those books. If so, that's crazy, because anyways, if you get what I'm saying, comment down below, because I feel like it was the same situation, just set in another point of view in one of the other people's book, Malachi or Milo. But yeah, at the end of this book, Malachi's wife's funeral was going on, which is crazy. Again, I want to talk about Air, because is Air his is she reincarnated? Like, no, she can't be reincarnated because she's not that older than Anna. Like, she ain't that young. What I'm saying, Anna ain't died 20 years ago. Anna died like a year or 2 ago or something like that. So is she Anna? Like, what if she's Anna? And I said this in another review, okay? When I reviewed Berkeley Bread, I had these questions. How exactly is she getting these memories? Like, is she a medium? And people are saying, oh, reincarnate. No, she can't be reincarnated because Anna died and Miss Girl was still alive. She had a 2 years ago, Anna had died. The same time Miss Girl was in a car accident. You get what I'm saying? So what's going on here? If you gonna do some oogie spooky paranormal shit, girl, I need a little bit more details. I can't be like, but what if and what if? Like, nah, girl. I need something to go based off, you know? But anyways, I've read Law, I've read Domino, I've read Domino Effect, I've read Ledge. Is there another book after this? No. Yeah, I enjoyed these books. I enjoyed them. Okay? Gray, you always do your big one. Now, also, I should say, Law found out that that baby was not even his, which, I mean, is he surprised? He should not be. But he finds out that the baby isn't his. His mama and his daddy was like, basically, we saw that wasn't your baby. How could you not see that was your baby? That wasn't your baby. Because the baby light skin and you black as hell. What? And the baby don't even look like the mama. So who you thought the baby was looking like? Get it together. You're smarter than this. And so he was upset about that. Meanwhile, he felt his relationship with Clue, and then Clue didn't want to talk to him this whole time when he tried to explain himself. But it was like, then she ends up being pregnant, but she had a ectopic pregnancy. There you go. And she was like, I would have got rid of the baby anyway. I mean, I get it. He realized that he was, on her ass a little bit too much, and so he let her breathe, and then she ends up coming back to him and starting it back off like nothing ever happened, which is okay, weird, but it is what it is. Did he say he was 36 years old and she's 30? Is the man that's on this cover, should we be like basing off that's how the character looks similar to the person on the cover? And are they darker than their siblings because they get the complexion from their mama? Was it their mama like a real chocolate skin? Because I don't remember reading Liam that they said that she was chocolate. I kind of sped past that. I kind of sped past that. I was just trying to get to the good stuff. So was the mama chocolate? Isn't Malachi, Milo, and them, they're also chocolate, and Malachi and them is cousins to Law and Ledge. That's how you know this is a small world, because the way this is set up, somebody's related to somebody. Like, somebody's related to somebody, okay? Berkeley Bread is related to the Domino Effect. The Domino Effect is related to Eisenberg. The Eisenberg Effect. Is it the Eisenberg Effect? I forgot. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Was it the Eisenberg brothers or some shit like that? Like, yeah, it's the Eisenberg Effect. So the Domino Effect is brothers to the Eisenberg Effect, but they're also cousins to the Berkeley Bread, and Berkeley Bread is brothers to the Gray List family, chemistry, and so somehow, someway, all these niggas is doing somewhat the same shit, and they're all related. Like, this is like a family affair type of situation, for real. This one is this one's cousin, this one is this one's brother, this one is this one's sister. Like, and has Lyric come up in the Gray List? I don't remember, like, because it sounded like maybe she could be friends with the sisters. Well, no, the sisters are a little bit, maybe. I think, y'all, when I say I read these books and I don't remember what the fuck I read after I finished the book, I'm so serious. Again, I loved this series. I enjoyed it. The first one was heavy. okay, but it still had goodness coursing through it. The second one was straight jokes, and then sour, and then back to happiness at the end, and then back to sour because Anna ends up dying. But at the end of the day, would I recommend this series? I would. It's actually very good. Lake is funny as hell. Him and Ledge are funny as hell. No, what am I talking about, y'all? Law and Lake are funny as hell together. When they first met, it was funny as hell. They are so much alike that is like, y'all, it's like you fighting yourself. They're fighting themselves at this point. Ledge and Law are twins, but really Law and Lake are twins. And all these L names was crazy. I feel like somebody else found out they had kids in it. Oh yeah. Didn't Capone and found out that they have a sibling? That's Jockwell though, but Capone and found out that they had a sibling. What was his name again? I forgot his name, but his name started with a C too. Or was it they found out like, oh yeah, they found out a brother, and then they found out that Capella or Capadonna, I think it was, no, Capadonna had a son Capella by some random, like, it was just a lot going on. Everybody has C names, so it's kind of hard, and it's all like so it's kind of hard sometimes. When I was reading it, I was like, who's who? Damn, what's the brother name? It's a too. Is it Cornell, Cadell, some shit, y'all? Anyways, that's Jackwell J. We talking about Great Huffington. Again, I love that Great Huffington makes sure that all these women get happy endings, even though they go through some shit. They end up with a man that loves them and will guide them like they deserve. They end up with the life that they deserve at the end of the day and at the end of the story. And that's what I love. Now, maybe not Anna, okay? Not Anna, but Air's gonna swoop her ass right on in and get the life that maybe Anna was going to have if she lived a little bit longer. But that's neither here nor there. Again, if you have not read The Eisenberg Effect, go read it. And if you have not read The Berkeley Bread, go read it. If you have not read The Gray List, go read it, because it's like all going on around the same time. Okay, even though some series is happening before the others, it's still kind of like going on all at the same time. You have to think about, in the world, you may have some shit going on, but imagine how everybody else around you have their own shit going on. That's what these books are really showing. Like, you have, sometimes it's kind of like your problems are minuscule compared to what somebody else might be going through. Like, it's always something going on. You don't realize the timeline in these books until you really sit there and you be like, oh damn, this was going on. Well, this was going on. Okay, this happened after Anna. This happened before Anna. This happened during Anna. Like, that's crazy, because I've read The Gray List first, and it's kind of like going backwards. And you start reading stuff that you read in another series, and it's just, it all connects. I get what you're doing, Gray. It all connects. Please go and read all of them. Okay? All right, y'all. Bye.